Go! Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. I hope that everybody is doing well and not melting too badly. I saw that Frauke has brought in some. Oh no, Frauke came in to get out of the heat. Usually they bring in a load of stuff, but it's Feg who definitely brought in some ice lollies and cold drinks. Definitely very appreciated for those, Feg. Welcome in also to Blast Jordan, and those are the three who got here before the bot parade. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it is 34.5 outside here, according to the outside sensor I have. And my brain is just like, no. I caught the train home, and that's basically just a mobile oven. It was like, no, welcome in. Then we had the parade of bots, Frauke and Feg and Blast, starting the scurries. Krish, welcome in as well. Blast melting into a puddle in a work corner. Did you manage to get your laptop charger sorted, Blast? Midna, welcome in as well. Glam Pixie subscribing at tier 1 for 3 months. They've now subscribed for... Good lord. So many numbers in there. Thank you for the subscription there, Pixie. Midna is suffering from a Pedro. Heil Hydrate. Thank you, Clan Pixie. Oven baked squirrel. Heil Hydrate. 94 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's almost body temperature. And a stretch to go with the hydrate. Everyone remember, hydrate, stretch, med check. Look after yourselves in this time of overheating. Quickly go to the nether, it'll be cooler. You know, my brain was... Yeah, it is cooler in Australia. Wrong nether. Please take 10. Let's see. Urban, welcome in as well. I hope you're doing okay. Let's see. Raven, welcome in as well. Mia Kula, good to see you. Feg on a 410 stream streak, being caught by Mary. You never know, it might have been an ice blanket. Last 2 streams you've been at 0 watch streak, so no need to worry. Oh dear. Yeah, you see, this is why we have Mary, because streaking rules from Twitch seem to constantly be annoying at the best of times. So thank you for joining us anyway, Miyakula. True Purple, welcome in as well. Elkhorn, Moose, a driving by Moose. I'm trying to think of half a dozen different things to say here. Not one of them is sensible. Krish has all the bananas. That sounds about right. Kelbirdie, Chaos Tween! Elkhorn is giving a presentation at a staff meeting. Oh, goodness. Yes, definitely lurk for that. Feg is lurking as well. I think everybody's lurking just to melt in a corner here. I don't blame them. If you can hear a hum in the background, it's probably a fan. I'm not turning it off. You're just going to have to put up with it. And it's a hum, not a hum. 36 that felt like 44. No. That's not a temperature blast. That's no. Oven baked squirrel, not yet any better. 29 indoors, and outside is worse. Yeah, pretty much the same. Numbers, all the numbers. I'll take the 14. Yes, 14 is my ideal. Sci-fi, welcome in for the melted hype. Never Grave, which is interesting, that one. Krish is now looking for a Centret, apparently. Surprisingly, charger is fine, only the power cable that required. Excellent. Shop would gladly do it free, because it was a manufacturer error. Woohoo! So much cheaper. And Krish is looking for a ferret as well. Almost a week. Take 5 of mine, add 5 to yours. I think we'll get... No. Mew was never spotted in the wild. Ouch. Reminds you of many years ago, annual training that was the equivalent of 40C. No, that's not a temperature. Shadow, welcome in, and thank you for joining the scurry. Landstrad, welcome in, and thank you for joining the scurry as well. Big fan of big fans. Yep, me too. Heard about the heat wave? Yeah. It's been fun for values. I think everybody is basically just doing what we can. Still trying to send you all the heat. You've had it for 3 months. Your turn now. I'm not trying to send you the heat, Kel. I'm trying to send you the squirrel. I'm trying to catch up, yes. I'm here. I've caught up. It's mine. I have caught up with chat. Woohoo! What I haven't done is boop that button in Discord, though. Can't find this Pokemon. A mortal dragon. That's a Pokemon? Right. Now that I am somewhere in the vicinity of caught up with chat, I say the vicinity. You'll accept the squirrel. I don't know. It's not an actual... Okay. All I have to say to that is... Dwagon? Dwagon? For those who've been around Luna far too often, you know exactly what's going on with that. Wagon. Glad you have 4 ceiling lamps replaced with a fan and light combo, 2 in the ceiling room, 2 in the attic bedroom. That sounds like a sensible. Document is seriously giving you a hard time. Yeah, I've had documents like that today, Blast, so good luck. Right. I was trying to figure out what my plans for today were. I knew I had plans. Or at least I knew I had the concept of a plan. Then I looked at my inventory and was like, that's a mess. And then I realized, oh yeah, local storage room. Really? Yeah, storage room. Need one. We got to get rid of the absolute mess that is this lot. Including, I mean, how much stone? Yeah. That's 5, 6 barrels? 5 and a bit barrels of stone. That to me suggests it's time to fix things. You think this might be fitting? You once saw an amazing documentary about databases. Can't wait for the sequel. Oh. Oh, blast. Hey, Miss Mist, welcome in. Hey, Ritsu, welcome in as well. Right, so let's finish emptying my inventory of all of the mayhem that is here, so that I have enough space to... Is it raining again? You pay the pun tax, doesn't mean you have to pay the psychological damage. Aha, that's the problem. The psychological... That's not going in there. The psychological damage. You mean you had to Google for it because you wouldn't say that there isn't a Pokemon who has the entry Immortal Dragon Pokemon in its species line? Yep. What trouble am I getting up to today? I am melting. It needs to rain in the real world. If only to probably just make the no, that would just make the humidity even more humid. Yuck. No, my plans. I do have plans. Honest. Really? I'm trying. Yes, I know. Very trying. Yeah, as mentioned, I'd like to actually deal with this lot. This. We need a storage room. It needs not to be as bad over here as it is. So. Oh, this is just my local shulker monster. And the fact that the shulker monster is augmented with barrels tells you how few shulkers I have in this universe. No, this does not mean I'm going to add a shulker farm to my to-do list for today. Yes, it's already on the to-do list. 26. Nice. A couple of weeks ago you had 325 shulkers to sort and empty by hand. I don't own 325 shulkers. I would love to own 325 shulkers. Right. In the interests of making sense... yeah, this one's only 1,606 days. So 5 years, 4 years, 146 days. We're on year 5. Let's see. This is nowhere big enough for a storage room. And I'm not carrying any torches. I've got campfires, and while they give off light, they're not good. Don't understand the shulkers, load and unload when it comes... shulker loaders and unloaders. Yeah, there was an interesting conversation going on in one of the Discords that I follow, where people were talking about lossless shulker loaders, and my brain was like, what? Error 403. Brain not found. What's why do you need a lossless shulker? Who knows? Oh, I should probably squirrel harvest the there are ones with loss. I think some of the shulker loaders can be lossy in that they will still possibly output materials or something when a shulker is being destroyed. Maybe. I don't know. And as a result, you may lose materials. Your mileage may vary. Your options on sanity may be independent. I don't know. 403. That would be access denied, not brain not found. Did I actually even attempt to HTTP error code here? I always love the way that when I come over here to collect... Oh, I did. See, this is the problem. I can't even remember what I said 2 seconds ago. My brain is that faulty. Nope, I couldn't. My brain is not accessible right now. Anyone need parboiled fish? I mean, the thing is, because I'm not... These things have died to that lot. They're not actually cooked. You see, if I hit them with the kebab stick, they become a cooked fish. And we have a Heliosk in chat for those who might possibly be interested in a distraction in the form of a Pokemon. Oh, hey, there's another couple of bits of sugarcane. No. Honestly, I need another barrel for all of the... hold on, let's take some of this out. And swap in that, and then put you over into this one of... This is now a dump chest. I'm gonna eat the cooked cod. Why was there a single bone in that chest? Which netherrack? This one. Oh yes, Pokemon. This is the... This is the... This is the shaping for where I plan on putting the mooring tower. Yeah. Oh, an entire sea trunk. Thank you, Kel. So this is the mooring tower for the airship. It will eventually be built. It hasn't been built, mostly because I was focusing on this thing, also known as the main hall. And then I got distracted with things like the lab underneath and the axolotl garden. This we built last week, the axolotl garden. But this, I'm starting really thinking to fnurble. You know, chat, I'm starting to think. Yeah, I'm starting to think it might be more sensible to not stream when my brain's in this mood. Although, to be honest, you're probably having great fun trying to actually laugh at all of this. Starting to really think I need to get that tower built. Yes. That's the one. Some of those words are in the right order. Some of those orders are in the right word. I do have a spare bed on me. I was actually having a ponder about it, and then I remembered, storage room would probably be useful for that. Right. This has been your Scotsman translation service at work. Thank you for your business. Please remember to tip your waitress, and then put her back up again. Sorry, upright again. Ah! Suddenly gravel. That feels like it should be a song. Suddenly gravel. Suddenly gravel. Right. What I'm going to do is swap over to Fortune for a minute and start grabbing some of this as... Yeah, come on. Blackclad, welcome in. Thank you for the collapse. If that's a heat-related collapse, I don't blame you. I hope you're doing okay. Otherwise... Silky Pick needs a repair. It does. I mean, it's still got a good 400 of its durability on it. So it's not absolutely urgent yet. I don't tend to worry about it until it gets down to about 50. Probably more worrying is Scottish Airways is down to 98, so that might need a repair as well. A small fan aimed at your face and you're still struggling, but you don't feel like you're approaching heat stroke. Good. Heat stroke is bad. I have a small fan aimed at me and a large fan... Oh, sorry, a medium fan aimed at me. One's in the kitchen and one's under the desk. Right. But, yeah. It is... We British are not designed for such temperatures as this. Small one in the kitchen, yeah. As Pixel says... Wait. We're living in pizza ovens. Yeah, that is definitely a good description of it. Right. Let's see. If I were a rich man, I would be paying someone else to nibble everything I need. No. Let's see. 1, 2... Let's go for 3. Actually, I need the rest of my scaffold. That's a word. Because for some reason I left my scaffold out here after we chopped down an ent. It's raining scaffold. Hallelujah, it's raining scaffold. Oh my. If I were a rich man, you'd be living in a house with proper AC. Well, that too. You just had some egg in a basket. Stop making you want more food. Okay. Brick is great for retaining heat, which is ideal for winter, not so much in summer. Yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? You're built for the cold. You are literally a pile of sentient goo right now. That's also my level as well, Blacklad. Right, so what I'm doing here is starting to plot out where to put storage sets. I'm also trying to decide whether or not I want to make this room one taller. I do need to make it one wider, because I've got 3, then 1. I've got 3 here, so let's go for another 1. I can manage sentience in this heat. No. I can't. Apparently what? OAC would be bliss right now. I know that feeling, Mithna. Apparently different characters have different viscosity when melted. Pufferfish melts into puddle. Vampire melts into a goo. Squirrel is probably some... Squirrel is just baked. Phylactery. Wow. That sounds like it's something totally different. These are sentiments you're... yeah, suffer in the summer, give you winter any day. Yep. I'm Scottish. I'm designed for temperatures that ain't this high. Time to give you all the bit of cooling advice. Wet an old t-shirt, drape it over. Yeah. That yin I'm aware. I also have a cooling towel. Yes, I know exactly where my towel is. Sounds like the UK is starting to get recent Canadian weather. You can have it back, Raven. You can have it back. I didn't want it. Ginger, welcome in. Past few summers have been unbearably... Oh, yeah. Thank you for joining the scurry as well, Blackclad. Volder, welcome in. Working in them with no aircon is awful. Yes. Squishes with something hot and sticky. Part of me says, so me. You're squishing me with myself there, Ginger. hottest days. This summer for you were 47. Do not recommend. Ew, that's not a temperature, Sydney. That's definitely not a valid temperature. I regret to inform you, that one is not allowed. Oop. Takes brain out of the gutter. You hit 44 with humidity. Ouch. Why do I keep hitting gravel? I don't want the gravel. I just want nice clean ceilings so that I can add in more fnebbling storage. Went to Spain a while ago. Highs were like 45 with the trickle of water. Sea was refreshing. Yes. See, a few years back, I was in Portugal. Gravel is an integral part of mining. Yes, it's the annoying part. And Portugal, temperature 33-ish, 34-ish. It did not feel as destructively heatful as the same sort of weather in the UK. And I know that a lot of that is down to humidity, but I think it's also down to a severe large number of variables. Happy with the gutter, but that hot and sticky line, yep. No one asked if hot was temperature related or otherwise, so you count that as behaving, let alone the sticky. Oh my! What do ghosts eat during the height of summer? I scream. I refuse to comment on that one, Black Lad. Yep, that's the one, Midna. I agree. One truckload or two, Sydney? Also, Blast, I blame you absolutely entirely for the $25 incentive for Guild Rush. I blame you entirely. Sanity! Sanity, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay, maybe not so happy. I hope that you had a lovely stream. That's the one, Raven. That's the one. We were trying to come up with a good name, and Elkhorn and I both came up with that one, and it was I facepalmed so hard because it just basically reminded me of everything that Blast would come up with as a pun. Sanity Raid from Blackclad, Sanity themselves. The floof is invading my stream. Well, I hope the floof is managing to stay well hydrated and surviving the weather if they're anything like the rest of us. If you have a moment, how was your stream, Sanity? If you do need to raid and run, however, do take care, raid and run, and look after yourself. Self-care is the most important thing in general. You catch me attempting to work on this. This being a storage room. Grind so hard when you read that one, like you're not supposed to join the dark side of puns. Yeah, I know, Kel, but when we were trying to write a decent set of descriptions for incentives, that one just wrote itself almost. Floof over here fortunately has air conditioning. Yep, going to be pretty warm today. Well, do take care of yourself, Sanity. And for those after their Pokemon, we have a Dupida. Yes, the perpetual I'm innocent from Blast Jordan. A line which nobody believes anymore. Here we find a Scotsman slowly attempting to figure out how to build a storage room, because he doesn't have a local one. There we are. What I'm thinking is, do I have the space? Oh, I do. I do have the space. Stream is good. Continuing work on 10 manor houses at once by installing stairways up to the second floor. 10 at once? That sounds like a heck of a build. But also, stairways are good. Sounds like a fantastic, successful stream then. Hey, Dab! And Dab has brought us up to the 100th Squirrel in a Scurry. Nicely done, Dab. Thank you so much for that. That adds another check-in to the Scurry, where we will have another $10 donation queued up, ready for the mayhem that will be commencing soon. Don't know why I'm cackling like that. Hey, Mr. Roo, welcome in. I'm okay, just a little bit heat stroke. No, I'm not heat strokey. I'm just exhausted due to the heat. How are you doing, though? And to everyone else, how are, who I haven't asked yet, because I did ask near the beginning of stream, and people have arrived in the interim. How is everybody doing? Me cackling as practice for my next supervillain ACR? What's an ACR? If we're going off of comments earlier, Scotsman's is hot and sticky. Ah, arc. Oh, okay. Look, I don't have a supervillain arc. I'm too innocent. Actually, honestly, I had a very interesting conversation with a friend at work earlier today, and can't have a supervillain arc if you're always a supervillain. Yes. Had a 3-day weekend and your sleeping is off. That happens. Ginger, stop cackling. Works about as well for me as it does for Blast. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was the case. Excuse you. Yes, we excuse you. Yeah, let's do that. Why is everyone claiming innocence? Apparently you can get a discount on your taxes with it. At least that's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, maybe that's worth claiming. Exactly. Sure, look. I gotta try something, Ginger. I had a train of thought and it was going somewhere, and I'm not quite sure where it was going. I've lost it again. Oh yes, I was having a chat with a friend at work and we were discussing the TV series The Librarians. And my tendency of having large amounts of silly information in my head, they were like, you'd make a good librarian, and I was having a think about it. I wouldn't. However, I think I would probably be more like whatever the style of character is that looks after the library and or the annexes. So, aka in the original, Galahad. Oh, sorry, in the original series, because it was Galahad in the series. Archivist. I mean, effectively, yes. If anyone's seen The Librarians, it's a lovely TV series. So many interesting and very surreal takes on mythology. Otherwise, some attempts in California. 117 seems unreal, really uncomfortable, probably dangerous. Yes. Not enough eyes for it to be natural. Scots will be innocent when Blast starts with the bad jokes. Ha! Ha! Hey, Bo! Oh, Santa! Yes, that was, oh, dang it, what was the name of the actor? He played, so many other but yes. Lurk entering hell, aka my house, to go to pop to the shops. Oh, leaving my house to pop to the shops. Look after yourself, Mr. Roo. And I think I said hey, Bo, but hi, Bo. Yes, the guy who played Santa in that was so awesome. Bruce Campbell. That's the one. Bruce Campbell as Santa. Such a fantastic combination. I do 2 there. We'll do 2 here. Yabba dabba doo doo doo. Yabba dabba doo 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 doo. And then another 2 here. Time for an afternoon meetings. You don't wanna. I don't blame you, Raven. Look after yourself. Hopefully the meetings won't be too evil. You just got asked to lead a call later. You had cold and flu meds with breakfast. Why do you want me in charge of things? Ah, excellent. We've got a slightly drugged up Sydney. That sounds like the perfect combination for a meeting. Bleepity bleep bleep bleep. Your program just stopped midway and gave me more data that resembles what you were expecting. Oh no, Blast. Not to mention Brent Spiner as Puck and John Delancey. Oh god, yes. John Delancey. Yeah, that series seriously managed to haul in some amazing acting skills and people. What was I want to have a gap like this at that end, and then another gap at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. 3 hours of calls, only through the first hour. Yikes, no. 3. Hold on. Oh no, I should stop digging. I should stop digging. Oh no, Blast. The reason I'm saying I should stop digging is I've just looked at the outside world with the the cam account and just realised there's not much land left. As I've just evidenced by the fact that I've just found some grass. John Delancey, very hateable Colonel Frank Simmons. Yes, true. At least he guessed it's more correct, so everything's fine. Yeah. Yeah, for values of fine. Yeah, this is the end, Kel. That way I've got somewhere I can put wall in. Look. Look. Just because I say something doesn't mean I'm going to do it. Gosh darn it. Fnebbelit. Hey, Canadian Dragon, welcome in. Or you reform the entire mountainside. Look, You call me out on that, but I've done that a lot, and I was probably going to have to. The problem is, I suspect it's going to be something that I need to be pulled out of. Something, I don't know. It's like the Irish actor that played the kid in Game of Thrones. You hated that character. Joffrey? Am I thinking the right character? Basically, evil archetype. I mean, honestly, most of the characters in Game of Thrones were fnurbles. Absolute fnurbles. The only thing that was basically... I was not a fan of Game of Thrones. I tried reading the book. I got through the first book and a half. I tried watching the series and made it through the first 20 minutes of the first episode. Too many of the characters were just so unlikable. Ow. Right. Let's see. I need to empty my inventory a little. I love the way that I've started this to allow me to reduce the amount of junk I'm dealing with, and I've already added more junk to the pile of... why am I putting that in here? That's good to know. Character in the Game of Thrones, same as your name. Name is Dad, and it's weird, yeah. Made it to season 4 or 5. Was not enjoyable. Yeah. Oh, that's not the right barrel. That's the right barrel. I'm being stared at by a llama. It's a llama-ing. Don't worry, I'll pay the pun tax later. Yeah, I've watched all of Games of Thrones, but been really enjoying the spin-off House of Dragons more. Alright, let's chop down this tree so I can make more barrels. Oh, fnurbles. I mean, I wasn't harvesting these at the moment, but I really shouldn't actually, destroy the... Oh, hey, I'm carrying a... Excellent. I'm carrying a hoe, so I can replant that. That's not a problem. And while I'm at it, I might as well actually, dig these things up. Whole concept of the faceless you enjoyed. Yeah. Throw Scots before the Laminati for judgment. Not the Laminati! Please, anything but the Laminati! I don't deserve the judgment of the Laminati! I'm carrying a hoe to where? If we go by Doom and Cuteness law, to the beach. You must always remember to take your hoe to the beach. Off to bed before Scots gets thrown in the llama jail. Night, Ginger. Footy, welcome in. So, to explain that one, that comes from far too much time watching Morvalira play Stardew Valley, where the common thing was there would always be some of those worms on the beach that you had to use the hoe to actually get the item that they were indicating was there, or whatever it was. And it was always on the beach, and it was like, oh, it's been 3 nights and I've still forgotten to take my hoe to the beach. And we have a Pokemon in chat to distract us from that train of surrealism. Praise the road. Llama jail. Uh-oh, that gives us... Kel's got a... No. Who gave Kel a build idea? Who gave Kel a build idea? I'm sorry, build ideas for Kel are not. No. 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 Also, that was a very quick pumpkin. Suddenly, pumpkin. You can't stop me. I can try. You're not my father. You can't stop me. Oh, look. I am your father. I am not your father. I am your cousin's second uncle's third roommate. I don't know. Yes, I know. More digging. Please ignore it. It's purely an access control issue. Oh. No. Fine. I might be my chaos twin brother, but you cannot stop me. I will build the idea. Oh no, not the idea. Anything but the idea. Please, not the idea. I did not deserve the idea. Here we find Scotsman overacting as usual. Yeah, Mika. We don't subscribe to that bit of chaos here. It's VIVII. Oh, I've done all of that with the wrong pick, so I've got no stone to put back in. Looks like an Eevee to you, but you only do Pokemon. Strangely, you're going to get so many sarcastic responses around here, Mika. Welcome in, though. Is that the same pumpkin again? It is. The universe does not want that to be a harvested pumpkin. Suddenly pumpkin. Suddenly pumpkin. Right, let's harvest this tree because I've decided that the walls in this area that we're building are going to be stripped dark oak globs. You love the small chaos that you created around you for the responses. Small chaos is... I mean, to be honest, small chaos is basically the definition of this chat. We're all gremlins around here, and we love them for it. Gremlinery in chat is like what we like to see. Fear the gremlinery. One final one, because I really don't want to do more work, but I have to. Who hopes the little pumpkins cross the road safely? The crossing good. Oh, blast. Footy on a 10-stream streak. Getting out in front of the Merry White House bot and racing off into the distance. Yes, that's the 8th escape. Nicely done, Footy. Woohoo! Oh, that's a different pumpkin this time. Okay. You love for these puns. Love for these puns? Live for these puns, even. Live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, pun. Pun. It's so wonderful. What a wonderful world. Oh, no. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, no. Yeah. Ooh, we're composting blast, are we? Excellent. Excellent. From the corner, you're lucky you don't share a server with me, because you sure didn't like the message to come please for items. Can you invite a friend? Oh. Anyone who's been watching the ongoing trials of the entire idiotic server, attempting to seek out, hunt, and save the copper golems. Blast Jordan, I present you the creator of our horrors, the creator of the evils, the creator of the punny evil that we have to hunt for. Thank you, Kel. It is a server to which you can request to join. We do assume that you will have to be proven to be an active and competent member of the community. Well, let me rephrase that. We do require you to be an active member of the community, such that we do like to actually get a feel for you before you can join. And there's phrasing there that sounds wrong. And there is a small charge to help with the upkeep of the server that is minimal, but it also helps you feel that you are required not to grief the dang thing. Because if you're paying for it, you're more likely to look after it. Look at all of these copper lanterns. You're just an event host, and to which you promise that there will be no pain and suffering. Really? You promise there will be no pain and suffering? I'm fairly sure that was missing from at least 3 contracts that I've read. Right. Let's... Okay. I'm gonna put back the top row. How do you put an elephant in a fridge? Carefully. You pack its trunk first. Well, ever since the event, which we've crossed 5 events now, I think there's been enough. Yeah. Suffering resulting in your pain. Yep. You open the door, put the elephant in, and close the door. Yep. Yep. Okay. And yes, you did hear me laugh briefly at that. It's a long joke, bear with me. Uh-oh. How do you put a giraffe in the fridge? It's difficult to do so. You'll have to take the elephant out first. Hey Lotus, welcome in. Take elephant out, put giraffe in, close the door. Yeah. I guessed that where that one was going. That block is going to be an interesting one, but we'll come back to that in a minute. I should probably strip these as I'm placing them. I mean, granted, I'm going to be removing these, but it's easier. Hold on. Ah! Dagfnoblet. Premature stripping there. Okay, next one. Lion is having a big birthday party and all the animals invited. Who was not at the party? Giraffe, it's still in the fridge. Oh, we finally found a name for the kitten. We decided to name her Scrump. Aww. I look for patterns for a living, Mika. Of course I'm going to catch on quickly. Super clingy and cuddly, just like the dolphin Lilo and Stitch. That seems reasonable. An airplane flying over Africa with 1,012 bricks. One brick falls off the plane. How many bricks is left? That one's failing my brain. No, it's not Cal. It's... Woke up with her cuddled behind you. Aww. Someone dropped a brick on an alligator. No, the alligator is at the lion's party. Oh! Should have guessed. Does all this need a joke tax? It's heading in that direction, Lotus. Ritsu. Ah. All of this is part of the same fnurbling thing, really, in the end. More of a riddle, less of a joke. Yeah. And I'm out of dark oak logs. Whoops. When you cross the river, you got hit by the... Yeah. I knew that brick would come back to hurt us. Stupid long joke that you learned. So many long con jokes. Always confuses me when you find part of the tree, the leaves below the log. It's just like, but why? You know, an even longer version of that joke. Please don't. Anyone trying for a longer version of that joke is going to end up in pain. Sighs and puts Mika in the gift box, sends them to the Lion's party. Lotus with the hydrate and the stretch. Thank you, Lotus. Heil hydrate. Yeah. My current, if I really don't like you, is I'm going to put you on a train. For context, Lotus, my train home was basically a mobile oven. You think it's 36 degrees outside. Imagine a moving metal box that's just basically been sat out in the sun constantly. With no air conditioning. And let's stretch. Thank you. And the window's locked. Because the air conditioning's supposed to be on. Basically, mobile torture box. Also known as trains in the UK. Oh, I caught the Hitman Lee. And there's another pumpkin. No. Eh, why not? Actually, I'm going to grab those apples and start eating them. Never been on a train. Really? Different regions, different trains. You ride trains weekly. I ride trains daily. When I'm going to work. And, yeah, you're too American for that. Okay. Yeah, you like it when the train has a table seat. Some trains do, but some I mean, the problem is, if they have AC, sometimes they have it so that the windows can't be opened, so that the AC can't be left faulty because the windows are open. But if the AC goes faulty because the windows are locked, you're left with the problem that you can't open the windows to cope with the fact that the AC is broken. And it's just like, help me! So that's gonna thing, that's gonna thing. Right. Yep. Well, wasn't planning on cutting that down as with the fortune, but hey. Such is the way of things. It's only its only coal. Hey, this is... Wait. Ah! Too much Scotsman. I'm building the walls before I've done the floor or the ceiling. I must be overheating. There must be something wrong with me. I'm building the walls before the floors or the ceiling. And I even planned out the interior before it. Yep. Walls fast. I'm an overheated Chaos Twin Kel. Who's this? You're not the real Scots. I am the real Scots. You're right. I'm not the real Scots. I am the real Slim Scots. Shady. Fnubbles. The cooked Scots. That's the one. The Slim Scots. What? I am the Slim Scots Shady Fnubbles. Yay! The horny toads are back. It's Kello freezing, Scott's is overheating, the poor brain cells. Yes, the brain cells are going between overheated and frozen. I'm not the great horny toads. Oh dear. You'll determine the validity of this Scotsman on Thursday, but for now, yes. Wow. And welcome in, Bad Mood. Oh wow. That's a quote to come out of the quote bowl. Oh, I see. We're starting the quotes with an interesting one. I'm not sure what to say to that one. Oh, it's all of the Dangerous Scots quotes today. Slim Scott Shady then is the real Slim Scott Shady. So all your other Scott Shadys are just imitating. Yeah, exactly. This needs to be smaller, it's a bit big. Never. I would never ever say that one. Bad Moon, that one's a lie. That quote never happened. The combination of those two, however. This needs to be smaller, it's a bit big, combined with it's not as big as you think. Oh my, that pairing. Don't know if you're... Never tried it, can't comment. And there's quote 420 just for comedy. Yeah, I think the walls on this work nicely. Oh look. Yes. For those who haven't picked up, we do deliberately, or rather, the wonderful, amazing people who add to the quote bot regularly pick specific quotes for specific numbers, such as 42, 69, 400, 404, 420, 666 recently. That sort of thing. See? You haven't gotten on that board yet, but into at some point just got to say something wildly absurd. That happens, Bad Moon. You'd be surprised how often wildly absurd just tends to be the thing. Well, you know, I'm actually pondering whether or not to put a 3x3 piston door in here. Just to make the storeroom feel much more storeroom-like. Particularly given everything else that's going on in this world. Yes, Kel wishing that we had the option to sit on someone's shoulders in Minecraft on Idiotic. Yep, absurd, comical. Take your pick. We will. Oh was about to say, take your pick, yes, and then use it for mining out something silly. Whee! The lack of context is the key, yes. Some are even oh my worthy, yes. I mean, a quote without an oh my is just, I could have sworn I heard a burning zombie there for a second. Beada, that's all, folks. If you didn't want to be played with, you wouldn't be in the dungeon. Oh my. Is this prophetic for what you're planning in the near future, Sydney? I need to think downwards. That sounds like me. Yeah, foreshadowing. That's the one. Are you foreshadowing, Sydney? Are you foreshadowing again? You might be getting the there's a slight cool-off period. Maybe you should go make your block palette more red. Oh my. Yeah, there's a cooldown period between the. I didn't even realize Math Girl was in there. Oh, goodness. Right. Do I want to go with... Actually, I might. That might actually be worth doing. The quotes need to cool down. Yes. Meanwhile, Lotus has found themselves in the quote board. Okay, I don't have a large number of birch stairs, so let's just get some birch planks. And a load of birch logs. And then take a quick nap, apparently. Whee! Mad! Welcome in, Mad! And no, I didn't just check the time. How you doing, Mad? It's a Nautilus! It's not so much being rid of you, it's that there have been a number of occasions where Mad has arrived just as quote 200 has been declared. And by a number, I mean a number that is greater than infinity at times. I put away the... I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. And we have a lurking Blackclad that's feeling Blair. Look after yourself, Blackclad. I do not think you're a merkin, that's for sure. Nope, not that one. Hey, it's better than a Maya King. Do 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 do. I need something in those corners, and I need something else in the Fnubbery. Also better than a Mirelurker from Fallout. Yeah, Mirelurks are generally painful. Also, we have a Dracloak in chat for those who might be after a Pokemon. Remember all catches and... What was it for okay? Catches and misses for this week. I knew the weeklies a minute ago and I've forgotten them already. Oh look, all the sugarcane's grown again. Catch attempts and catch fails. Thank you, Frauke. There is a reason why I'm fairly obsessive about the sugarcane at the moment. I have a side project that I think needs 16 shulkers of sugarcane. So, yeah, that's a thing. It's less sweet, it's more, I'm drawing on large amounts of pain. Why am I even holding on to a golden chest plate with protection? Yes, that side project, Kel. It will eventually be a project. Actually, it's less a project that's going to ever turn up on stream and more a project that is... hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Super Wario. There are occasional areas in the world that I design and build off-stream. They exist off-stream as things that people who collect the world downloads have an opportunity to locate and find and encounter. This year's one, obviously, at the beginning of the year, was the partially complete Himmelsby. I like to add these things as a little bit of a sort of a bit of a surprise. Also gives me something to do occasionally when I'm feeling bored and I don't want to just sit around collecting materials for 1,000,001 projects. Not that I don't have to do that on a regular basis. Yeah, right. I was going to put another one of these across here, but I've just realised it's immediately next to the one that I've just placed. And that just feels silly. Hiss. I've also realised I do not have enough of this for... Dag fnebble. There's a fnurble in my build, dear chat, dear chat. There's a fnurble in my build, and I'm not happy with that. Fine. If in doubt, go with a different plan. Ow! Welcome in, Little Red.
Rix, my old arch enemy.
Oh, hi! Yes. Oh, hi! Welcome in, Little Red. How are you doing? Don't mind me, I've just got a rake to the face. Reality is being returned to normal. I am building the ceiling. How am I feeling, Boo? Boo? Oh. Why am I still using the fortune pick? Oh yeah, because I'm trying not to use the normal one. You know, I should probably invest on... I should probably consider investing in some more netherite tools in this world. I feel that we've reached the point where more tools would probably be a good thing. I'm kind of surprised I hadn't reached that point far, far sooner. How you doing, pal? Look, I'm sorry, but anyone calling someone pal just makes me think of John McClane. Welcome to the party, pal! Hey, old buddy, old pal. Yeah, that one would also cause me to strangle you. You know, actually, I should probably have done that. Well, that's not helpful. That's also not helpful. Ah. My stream deck's just reset. It's usually more of a, hey pal, shush your face. Let's don't go with mate. How Aussie do you want to be? G'day, mate. Just launched the corpse of a robber disguised as a terrorist out of... yeah, that's the one. All the while wearing a an attempt at a... No, occasionally I have an issue where my stream decks just reset occasionally. I think somewhere along the line I've got a problem with the USB connection on my main computer. I wish I knew why. It may be I'm overloading it somehow. Yes, plural. The main computer has 2 stream decks plugged into it. One has the XLR back on it as well. Which is how I get my microphone plugged in. Off by 2. I'll take that. Don't forget that you're barefoot because somebody told you you can deal with the stress of flying by walking. Yes. Yeah. I too deal with the stress of flying by throwing a terrorist out a window and landing them on a cop car. Oh wait, no, that's a slightly different way of dealing. Not sure that's the way you're supposed to deal with the stress, but it works. Okay, that feels good. Oh. Heil Hydrate. Heil Hydrate. It's definitely a way to deal with the stress. And it reduces the number of terrorist-shaped robbers too. Exactly. Heil Hydrate. Remember, deal with your terrorist-shaped robbers appropriately. Eat them out a window. Learn them on a cop car. To stretch. Oh. Logical. Obviously logical. Defenestration is the way to go. Defenestration's the way to go. If you want to murder... Actually, I'm going to take this back by 1. Defenestration's the way to be. If you want to fnubble less, and if you want to beat the rest, oot, oot, defenestration's how you do. Is that how you meant to deal with stress? Yes, you find yourself a good, large number of terrorist-shaped robbers. Oh, sorry, robber-shaped terrorists. Take your pick which way round. And appropriately defenestrate them. If you can't find a decent supply of robber-shaped terrorists, talk to your local... What? Where is this going? I don't know. Dial 1-800 Nakatomi Plaza. It's almost as bad as me yesterday asking Elkhorn if he was going to install when he was going to install Hans Gruber as a armor stand into the tower he's building on Dragonfell. I'm not sure I'm supposed to ask questions like that, but it's funny. At the brain cell sobbing in the corner. Are you okay? No, of course not. It's thoroughly fnurbled. I'm not sure where the brain cell is right now. It's probably hiding. Hello. What did I come back here for? Oh yes. I was going to get 3 more barrels. 3 more barrels. And a stone cutter. And... yeah. No, not a composter. Nah. When isn't it fnubbled? But that's beside the point. Surely that's the entire point. The whole point. And nothing but the point. Or should that be nothing like the point? Super Wario, thank you for joining the scurry. Very much appreciated. Scurries are important. Scurries help us make sure that at future points in time, we are able to cause the bats in my wallet to freak out and escape. Actually, I'm going to take this. Dirty, Fnibble. Fnibble? Fnibble. Oh, I was gonna find some materials for shelf sides. What do I want to do with the sides of my shelves with? Normally I do them with, so I do want a load of, no. Yes, spruce. Spruce is usually good for the bottom of the shelves. No, thinking of the bats in a wallet made you remember about the new Lego sets on the first. Anything in particular, Sydney? I'm looking... Is it bad? But I like the look of the new steam train. I like the steam train. Choo-choo! I don't have to move everything into it, Raven. Also back for a while. Welcome back. Sucker for flowers, just assume flowers. Yeah. I mean... I'm not sure that I'm going to move this stack of multiple barrels of stone for a while, Raven. I need to get it fnibbled. There's a reason why there's 18 barrels at the back of the room, though. And that is to allow for some of the other... some of the materials that I've got silly numbers of. Oh, the water lilies are lovely. The water lilies are beautiful, Sydney. Do we need to have a water lily build stream? No. No, I'm not doing Lego streams. Do not send me down the path of Lego streams. The Monet painting still continues to tempt me. I still haven't built several. I have several sets that I haven't built. Notably things like the Parisian... is it the Parisian? Not the Parisian. No, can't remember what it is. My brain just fell over. Oh, no. The one that's sort of in the style of the architecture sets, and is the sort of front of a building. I'm going to have to look it up now, aren't I? I mean, I could just walk over to the other side of the room and have a look at the set. One sec. Right, let's just walk halfway across the room. Fight my way past the Right, yes, of course. Yes, squirrel uses legs. French cafe. And my brain is now, build me like one of your French cafes. Goodness. Oh, no. I'm not rigged for Lego streams. Hey, TGM. Besides, if we start doing Lego streams, We are never going to finish catching up with the scope creep list. It's going to escape us far, far, far too far. What are we building? Minas Tirith. I am not buying that set. It's just too huge. It's gorgeous, but it's far too huge. Lego will grow its own scope list. Look, I already have that scope list. There are a number of sets around this house that have not been built. That thing is massive. Yes, it is. I don't have the space for having some of the sets that I have set up. For example, I have a first-gen UCS Millennium Falcon. I have to keep it in the box in pieces because I don't have the space to set it up. I build it every few years and then take it apart again a few weeks later. Right, I was... Three big blacks from last year's. Meow. Brain fart. I know not what you speak of. I need something to use as an air. Yeah, when. Oh, Lego haul, still in bags. Oh, yes. 3 big black bags. Yeah. The sort of... You've fnibbled an enter key. Yeah. Were those the Lego black bags that come from the Lego store in Billund? Hey, Fag. Doing all right. We're building a storeroom. Well, that didn't get as far as I expected. This is going to be the equivalent of Aldi or Lidl, or basically it's the Shulker Monster storage. You know how I have a tendency to build one of those in every region. Kaufland. That's a name. Oh. I'm short on warp stem. I know where I have warped stem. So if you want German stores, could be useful. More to the point, I know where I have a significant number of Rona. No, I'm not going to Petra. I know that IKEA has them. Hello, Elcorn. How did the presentation go? I'm assuming you survived since you're here. Canadian hardware store. Oh! Maybe this one should be B&Q. You can do it when you B&Q it. But you never thought whether you really should do it. Which fits for Jurassic World. Oh, that's it. Yep, this is B&Q. Train of thought. Really? I have several trillion warped plank. Oh, no, well, I'll take those. Bumble and squirrel. I have like several trillion warped stairs, but not a single stack of warped trapdoors here. I mean, come on. Are they all in here? Oh, yes. Apparently they are. I've just found 3.5 stacks. Should have looked. Oh well. 64 and 5 should be enough. Presentation went fine. Q&A after was disturbing. Oh dear. Apparently dealing with the document and late night office politics is putting you in a FAFO mood. Got to distress. Oh no. Fnurble around and fnurble out. Do 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 do. Office politics is not allowed to fnurble. Aw, Fnurbles has still got their flower and is still in the right place for the moment. I find that almost more surprising than anything else at the moment. Fnurbles has not vanished. It's 1:15 AM, you're not even involved in it, but apparently your name got dragged in just because. Oh! Yeah, that's a no. That's a heck no. Okay, so we're going to be doing them from the top down here. Fine, that works. If we happen to know any companies that have a blue theming, this is almost IKEA again, that's the problem. Sounds like the Salt the Earth type situation. Yeah, that does sometimes. Thing is, I work on the assumption you should never get a chemist to salt the Earth. They know all the different types of salts to make it really, really permanent. Definitely. Walmart is super duper blue. That's a point. We don't have a Wally World. You see, this is why you don't make I don't make comments like that around Blast too often. Meanwhile, at my office, we've got the joys of our annual compliance exercises, where we have to go through conflict of interest forms, training to prove that we're not going to be susceptible for bribery, and training that we're not going to be susceptible to modern day slavery, and ethics and compliance training, basically. Yep, ethics and compliance training. Gotta love them. Modern slavery training. Think of the poor Fnurbles. Won't somebody think of the Fnurbles? I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to leave the I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to leave the scaffolding in and have it with the stuff on top of it, or whether or not I want to swap it over to. Yeah, I think it probably should be more. And we have a Pokemon in chat as a distraction. Oh, look, a distraction. Scott is a Dickensian villain. Please, sir, can we have some less Fnurbles, sir? It's a rare. Catch it. Said just after I've used a standard Pokeball. Fnurbles for sale. No, that's the Golomancy redeem in next week onwards. Feg. Sorry about the wall of text. Oh. Presentation was about our upcoming employment engine service, particular fit. The manager asked you to come out to us. Someone ended up getting a lot of information about things that were very badly handled in the past. That's caused them to be gun shy about participating. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. That Roman wall of text. I can understand that one. I have seen too many places where the annual staff survey has then been used to beat people over the head. So, sounds like you're dealing with that sort of problem. No. Take 3. Wait. Huh? Who knows? I'm out of spruce trapdoors. Bad thing is, as an organisation, really good about taking the survey feedback and acting on it without retaliating. These are one-off situations that... Yeah, oh, that's evil. Okay. Why did that... Interesting. Plain salt for what the remains did to Carthage. Forget if they can grow plants, yeah. Oh, whoops, that was a myth. Call in the Mythbusters! Woohoo! Mythbusters, woohoo! Sorting the earthworks, it's just too expensive. Yep. Oh, yeah. Right. You know, barring moving in... oh, I need to do a floor. And do the entry tunnel. Let's start taking these down. We've got our basic shelving locations in place now. Super Wario, thank you so much for choosing to give those Poké Gifts out in this chat. Oh, I got a Frozen Ball. Yay! And Sydney got a Poké Daily Reset. Oh, that's useful. Yeah, that leaves you in one of those sort of difficult positions, Elkhorn. I hope you're able to figure that out a bit. It can be really difficult to be in that situation. Right. I need some lanterns so that we can get some light in here that's not going to look like it's a set of torches on the floor. And I'm trying to decide whether or not you... Nah, I don't think I want to use those. That is a distinct rock and hard place elk, and yeah. Trust is easy to break and difficult to recover. What was I going in here for? Absolutely no reason, because I should have been going in here. I'm going to use normal lanterns because I kind of feel like they're more... Yeah, lanterns. I was about to say, maybe we should know, possibly. Fnubbles. Huh. Trust is lost in buckets and gained by drops. That's a fantastic metaphor. I've not heard that one. I like that. Go. Yeah, could do. If I do that. Oh no, I need 8. Let's grab 2 more of those. I should pick up some of my redstone from dotted around the world. I know I've got a pile of redstone somewhere. Always convenient. Knowing it's somewhere. Oh, was there any... No, 1. Yep. It's a shame my expensive stuff chest does not have a bat head in it, because this world doesn't have bat heads. Grr. Ah, humbug. That was not 8. That was not 8 levers. It's... Put a black-clad head in there. He's a vampire. Surely he can transform into one of those. I don't have black-clad heads either. Right. Plus, I'm fairly sure there's something, you know, Geneva Convention-ish about why we're not allowed black-clad heads. There they are. There's my 8 levers. With a sword named Bat. What was it I was looking at the other day? I think it was a photograph of a protester with a sign held up, and it was the sign was on a piece of wood, and then you saw the back of it, and the wood that was holding the sign up was a baseball bat. Hail Hydrate! And to go with the hydrate, we have a stretch. you, Sydney. Yep, that's an appropriate one. What about a basketball hoop? I'm curious about how that comment led to a basketball hoop. They chopped a tree down to hoop height and put a homemade plywood basketball hoop on it. Ah, yeah. That seems... Now, I'm fairly sure that... Oh, hey. I thought the exact phrase of that was where there's a will, there's a way. It's not where there's a will, there's a way. It's more where there's a will, there's a lawyer. Look after yourself, Blast. Oh, nope. Fine. If I've hit daylight, I'm just going to solve this by ignoring it. There are 5 other sides on that block that I can put a lever on. Well, 4 if you take off that, 3 if you take off that. But hey, there are other sides to the block. Do, 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 do. Two blood cells met and fell in love. Alas, it was all in vain. Ah. That just reminds me of the TV series, the anime series, Cells at Work. There we are. Right. That should give us lighting in here. That looks... Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh. And gets us above 0, so that's important. That's enough. You see, this feels like a storeroom now. I quite like this. I'm half tempted to raise these blocks up a little bit more. Anything happens to the platelets and we riot. They're too adorable. What do you call it when a cow grows facial hair? A moustache. Oh, God. Ooh. What have I got in here that's taking up all the dang space? Oh. 10 stone buttons. Oh well. 10 stone buttons. 21 levers. Yeah, well. Railings on those are straight out of Rona for colour. I do believe we have a storeroom name then. That's sugar. That is not a stick. No. And we have a Pokemon in chat, and it is an Indeedee. Yes, Indeedee. is a pun that I really probably shouldn't have gone with. But, hey. And Super Wario again with the poker gifts. Thank you so much for for using those here. Super Fast Feg getting a netball, and Canadian Dragon getting a team enhancer. Those are lovely. Thank you so much for doing that. I know that those are a normal barrel. You don't have to choose to do that here, but it is very much appreciated. And I've got too many of those, so we'll just put that there. Right, so what are we calling this place? Oh. And Ritsu with some more poker gifts. Super Wario getting a Cypher Ball. What goes around comes around. And Elkhorn getting 2 Premier Balls. Nice. Thank you for triggering that, Ritsu. Jurassic Rona. Probably not the best of puns yet, but I'm sure we'll come up with a better name for this place later. Right, I want to do the floor. And for that, I feel like chicken tonight. Boing, boingity. Boingity. Let's see, we have a pile of smooth stone still. I'll bring some of that. And if I use normal stone, then yeah, I think that would work. Okay, let's get rid of... No. I put some cobble here somewhere, but I don't know where, so I'm just going to put it in there. No, that's not the right chest. That goes in there. Gravel goes in here. Cobble, I guess we're putting in here for the moment. Dark oak logs can go in... No, they can't. Fine, we'll put them in here. And dirt can go in here for the moment. Right. And then I need some stone. Boing. 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 Boingity boing. Bing boing. Yeah, B&Q felt like it, but Raven is saying that this is very Rona in its blue. And so I'm going to go with Rona for this one. Canadian wholesalers, I think Raven said. Just realised. I'm taking out stone when I just brought stone with me. Oh well. Hardware store. Thank you, Raven. Which, I mean, a hardware store in this world is not entirely off base either. Medium to big one. Yeah, excellent. Oh yes, gravity. Gravity affects anvils. You'd think I would remember something so useful as gravity affecting anvils. Scott's just having a Wile E. Coyote moment. No, that would be if I dug under the anvil and then it waited until I was underneath it before it fell. Did I go to the end? Yes, I did. I did not need as much of that as I thought I was going to. That's good. Yes. Let's grab a stack of stone bricks and half a stack of stone brick stairs. I have a reason for those. Really? You don't get there. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. So I need another, probably a stack of stairs, if I'm being honest about it. That's not going to work. That would be a bad idea. Well, that's the wrong way up. Too far away from the bed. Let's try that again. Rhino-lows that had the blue-green shells. Ooh. Ah. Nope. Try again. Ah. No. Try again. I will manage to place the right block, Fnurblet. Yeah, that feels good. If I take a bed out for the moment. Yeah. That's a pretty good storeroom. I'm not sure about the stairs down the sides. I will be honest. In the larger entrance area, yes, but in here, no. If we're thinking it's lows, does that mean that we've just built J-Lows? Jurassic-lowes. Really? Off by 4? Really? And now that I've made that joke, I'm really thinking we should call it Jet. This place is now J-Lo's. Jurassic-lowes is solid blue. Can't fill the gold. I'm gonna go with it for the pun now that we've got it. It's too good a pun not to use. Lean 2 became a lean 3. What's a 4 that becomes a 5? Ah. Why did I make 5? I had a worrying thought that I had an off by 1 error again there, Elk. Really? Right, I'm going to move those in at a bare minimum. Oh, hey. Glass. Useful. I don't tend to do much with plant work, and going in there to collect plant materials is not the worst of things, and it gives us a feel for what this place looks like. And is probably immediately going to prove to me I never left any shells with a 3. Ah well. Oh, for goodness sake, Scots. Come on, you can place these things. There we are. Our first bit of storage. 5th error instead of a 4th error. Oh. Elkhorn. Elkhorn. Nobody paid you to do a pun delivery yet. It's too early for your pun deliveries. Yes, for those who are interested in causing pain and agony on the Guild Rush server, Elkhorn will be doing pun deliveries where people will play, where he will go and attack somebody with a pun. What's the proper name for it, Elk? A pun attack, or? I feel like I want to move something else over there. Tempted to move this pile of dad joke assault. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah. Why do I even have a shulker full of netherrack? I mean, really, what did I do in a past life that meant that I have a shulker of netherrack? There we are. Sketching. Tunnel boring. Yeah. I needed something to sketch with. Apparently. Okay, so we've started moving in. I mind netherrack. Hey, Tor. Your definition of mind is a little bit off, I suspect. Aww. Poor cow. Come here. No, okay. Might have been more like a minefield is mined, but meh, still works. Look, just because I blew up several million blocks of netherrack, and I mean it, million. We have a Mudbray in chat as a distraction, yet again. Because, of course, distractions. And Ritsu with more poker gifts. Mad getting a friend ball, and Frauke getting a cherish ball. Thank you, Ritsu. And me getting more sugarcane. Woohoo! Toddle off and get started on lunch, as there was a pizza comment fairly early. Yep. Pizza sounds good. Except for, you know, the whole oven temperatures thing in a very, very warm weather. Stay frosty. Look after yourself, Landstrad. Right, I always trip over that block. Okay. Also means I can place more of these. There we are. Oh, missed some. Ooh, and we're at quote 200. Goodness. Thank you. Thank you for the quote 200, Raven. I feel like I had sand in one of these. Oh, hey, I found my cobblestone. Right, let's get up the tower. You know, I think tomorrow I'm going to start working on this. At least maybe start one of the limbs. Or actually, I might start the centre. Kel on idiotic, can you... Hiring a hit on Elkhorn for each pun. Wow. Right. Let us have a quick look at what this look. Ooh. I quite like that. That feels like a nice... I mean, it's empty, but it feels like a nice storeroom now. I mean, it's pretty basic, unfortunately, but for what it is, I like it. It is a storeroom. To all intents and purposes, it does what it says on the tin. Not the fanciest, not the smartest, not the neatest, but it does give us somewhere to store our shulker monster when we are not keeping it on the beach. It's one of those. We've got to take our shulker monster away from the beach, as opposed to take your shulker monster to the beach. Sounds wrong, doesn't it? Ah, goodness. All it needs is a few discount items hanging on the end of the shelf. That might actually be fun. I still love the way that this whole area is coming together. Yeah, I think starting on the central pillar of this would probably be a good idea. Definitely looks like a big box hardware store writ small. Yay! Okay, we have achieved what we were aiming for then. So, I think tomorrow I'm going to start on the base of this, because it has been sitting here for too danged long, and it's about time. We need to start thinking about what this is going to look like, even if it's just everything up to the point where we start bringing in the bridge, the walkway, the entrance floors, etc. Because honestly, it's about fnurbling time. It's been sat here for months and it's starting to annoy me. And that's a sign that I need to start building it. And I've got an idea in my head as well, which is the other good reason for things. So, that, however, will be for another day. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been absolutely lovely having you here, helping me to, to not go crazy in the heat. I am going to go and pass out from the heat because it is just too fnubblingly hot for my liking. I will be back again tomorrow, where we will be back on the Madness World. Oh, and we have a hydrate to finish. Everyone, hydrate. Look after yourself for this weather. Going back to a meeting for the end of your day. Oh no, Raven, look after yourself. Everyone expects the incalcition. Wow. Sad shulker monster noises. It really loves it on the beach. Wow. But the shulker monster loves getting to play elsewhere. Ooh. When was the last time I don't get to raid them as often. Yes. As I say, I will be back again tomorrow to carry on work in the Madness World. Usual time, 2.5 hours oh dear goodness. My brain is stopped. I apologise. Yes, I will be back tomorrow, 2.5 hours previously now. I hope that everyone has a good time, so I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. I am going to send us out on a raid to the absolutely lovely Midna. I did have them listed for a second ago. Where are they? Who is doing some Guild Rush dungeon run practices and looking over the last year's server at the same time. So, I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, and I will hopefully see you all again soon. I've just realised Midna's in my room. Oh. Midna, get out of my bedroom. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.